Find them. They're fine.
They're better than the money shorts.
The money shorts were...
The money shorts were ridiculous.
Tacky?
Tacky's a word for it, yeah. Though we do have the big shot on set with the money shorts on.
Interesting.
Yeah,
they're
they're fine.
What are those symbols? Do we know?
What is a Celtic cross?
The one on the bottom?
It's like a Celtic artistic impression of a shamrock, it looks like to me.
Ariel Helwani kicks off by immediately dissecting the shorts situation. The notorious money shorts versus their revamped iteration. He doesn't pull any punches, noting the original design's tacky aesthetic. This initial focus on something as seemingly trivial as fight gear is incredibly telling. Why is a multi-million-dollar fight week for one of the biggest stars in combat sports being dominated by discussions about fashion choices? It immediately signals a potential void where genuine fight hype should be. The transition from money shorts to a Celtic artistic impression of a shamrock isn't just a design change. It's a desperate scramble to find a narrative. Any narrative to attach to McGregor. This isn't the organic buzz of a legendary fighter. This is manufactured, a symptom of a deeper problem. An underlying lack of raw, unadulterated excitement for the bout itself. It sets the stage for the ghost town phenomenon. This isn't the McGregor of old dominating headlines with fight-ending predictions or scathing trash talk. Instead, the biggest controversy surrounding him is his apparel. What does that say about the state of his star power? Is Conor McGregor losing his Midas touch? Fight week for McGregor vs. Holloway is supposed to be an explosion of hype, a tornado of trash talk and anticipation. Yet, all anyone's talking about are his shorts? It feels like we're in a combat sports ghost town, and the biggest news is a wardrobe change. But what if this lack of buzz is part of a grander, more complex illusion that only Ariel Helwani can dissect? This isn't just about bad fashion, it's a symptom. When the most talked about aspect of a Conor McGregor fight week is the choice of fabric on his trunks, it immediately raises red flags. This fight is against Max Holloway, a legitimate legend. Yet, the energy feels muted, almost forced. We're scrutinizing shamrock designs instead of strategic breakdowns. Why aren't we seeing the usual hysteria, the raw excitement that defines a McGregor event? Could it be that the machine behind the Notorious one is finally showing cracks? Or is there a strategic play at hands? Consider this. When the fight itself isn't generating enough spontaneous chatter, the conversation invariably drifts to peripheral elements. The superficial focus on aesthetic details highlights a vacuum, a space where the electrifying energy of a true superfight should reside. But is this a sign of decline or a temporary lull before the storm? What's the real reason the buzz feels so artificial?
Artistic impression of a shamrock, it looks like to me.
What's the one, what are those flower things?
That looks like, no, I have no idea what that is.
Those are 4-leaf if they're shamrocks. Though.
Yeah, they are 4-leaf.
Okay,
yeah.
like
4-leaf.
stylized.
Yes.
I respect the 3-leaf.
Do you know what the thing about...
The discussion about the shorts continues, delving into the specifics of the Celtic artistic impression of the shamrock and a repetitive mention of 4-leaf designs. This segment further emphasizes the triviality that is currently dominating the pre-fight conversation. It's almost comical how much airtime is given to deciphering what appears to be a rather generic Irish symbol. Ariel and his co-hosts are trying to make sense of the design, questioning its purpose and symbolism. This isn't the hard-hitting analysis one would expect leading up to a monumental clash featuring two of the sport's biggest names. Instead, it's a meticulous dissection of iconography on sportswear. This signals a clear disconnect between the expected grandeur of a McGregor fight week and the current reality. It begs the question, if this is what's occupying the minds of fight analysts, what's truly missing from the main event narrative? The lack of compelling fight-related stories forces everyone to lean into these minor, almost insignificant details. It's a stark contrast to the usual fight hype generated by McGregor. Think about it. When was the last time a Conor McGregor fight had us debating the exact species of clover on his shorts? This isn't the passionate fury, the visceral anticipation of a rivalry igniting. This is a quiet, almost academic discussion about cultural motifs. It feels off. The energy is not what we've come to expect, leaving fans scratching their heads. Is this the new normal for McGregor fight weeks? Or is there something more profound at play? The fact that Ariel and his team are spending valuable airtime debating the artistic interpretation of a shamrock instead of McGregor's camp dynamics, Holloway's fight strategy, or a heated pre-fight exchange, is a glaring indicator. This isn't the content that generates millions of pay-per-view buys on its own. It's filler, a way to pass the time when the main event isn't delivering the fireworks. It highlights a narrative vacuum. Where's the drama? Where's the controversy? Where's the notorious swagger that used to command global attention? This early week chatter is a far cry from the explosive press conferences and iconic moments that defined McGregor's ascent. It paints a picture of a fight week struggling to find its voice, forced to lean on superficial elements. Is this an intentional strategy to build suspense, or an unavoidable consequence of McGregor's evolving persona? The stakes are high, but the conversation feels surprisingly low. What does it take to spark that fire again?
Not quite sure, but I think he made a trade, right?
No, he didn't make a trade. He demanded to get a bonus, and then Dana White said, we're going to take care of Bobby. Don't worry about it. King is going to get taken care of. He got a pair of custom shorts. So,
I'd much rather shorts.
Yeah, as cool as those are, $100,000.
In a sharp pivot, Ariel highlights the buzz surrounding Bobby Green's custom shorts, contrasting it sharply with the lukewarm reception of McGregor's gear. This is a golden nugget because it subtly, yet powerfully, exposes the difference between manufactured hype and genuine organic excitement. He explains how Bobby Green demanded a bonus, then Dana White delivered with custom shorts, a story of a fighter's personality directly translating into a unique, cool, and highly talked about piece of apparel. This isn't just about shorts. It's about a fighter earning something distinct, something that resonates with his identity, creating natural fan engagement. The idea that these custom shorts are worth $100,000 isn't literal but symbolic of the value placed on authenticity and personal branding in the fight game. McGregor, once the master of personal branding, now has his shorts debated for being tacky or just fine. The comparison underscores a critical point. While McGregor's items are meticulously curated, Green's shorts feel earned, organic, and therefore genuinely exciting. It makes you wonder, why isn't McGregor generating this kind of genuine, unforced enthusiasm anymore? Suddenly, the conversation shifts from McGregor's questionable Celtic designs to Bobby Green's custom bandana shorts, and the energy in the room spikes. This isn't just idle chatter, it's a vital contrast. Bobby Green, a fan favorite known for his unique style and charisma, has earned shorts that are lauded as sick and immortal. This isn't the UFC marketing machine forcing a narrative. This is genuine appreciation for a fighter's authentic expression. It's the kind of spontaneous buzz that Conor McGregor used to effortlessly command. So, what happened to McGregor's innate ability to create that organic, undeniable hype? This isn't just about apparel. It's about the connection between a fighter's identity and fan engagement. Bobby Green's shorts aren't just cool. They tell a story of a fighter who demanded recognition and got it. They represent a victory, a unique identity celebrated by the fans. In stark contrast, McGregor's shorts are dissected for their design flaws or symbolic meaning, rather than being celebrated as an extension of his Notorious persona. This juxtaposition is telling. One fighter's gear sparks genuine excitement and conversation, while the other's invites critique and mild amusement. Could this subtle comparison be the key to understanding why the McGregor vs. Holloway fight week feels like a ghost town? Is it a sign that McGregor's marketing magic, once effortless, now requires more conscious effort? It begs the question, when the buzz for a co-main event fighter's outfit outshines the main events, what does that reveal about the overall climate of the event?
That's immortal right there. What else?
They might be.
Honestly, they are sick.
They're my favorite shorts, I think. Yeah.
I don't know. Taporias are great.
Those are actually one of the coolest ones I've ever seen.
I think
I do agree that they're good.
It actually showed like a little bit of creativity, in my opinion.
The hosts continued to shower praise on Bobby Green's shorts, calling them immortal, sick, and one of the coolest ones I've ever seen. Ariel emphasizes that they show a little bit of creativity. This isn't just about fashion, it's about the presence of genuine novelty and personality, which elicits an unforced, enthusiastic reaction. The depth of appreciation for Green's shorts, explicitly linked to their creativity and coolness, highlights what's missing from the current McGregor narrative. McGregor, once a pioneer of unique style and branding, is now seemingly overshadowed in the apparel department by a main event fighter. This stark comparison inadvertently underscores the ghost town feeling around the main event. If the most celebrated fashion statement of the week isn't coming from the headliner, it indicates a shift in focus and a struggle to capture that authentic, spontaneous hype that used to define a McGregor fight. It makes you wonder, if this is the level of excitement for side characters, what does it say about the leading man's current draw? The sustained praise for Bobby Green's shorts, dubbed immortal, and a display of true creativity speaks volumes. It's a spontaneous outpouring of approval, a far cry from the analytical, almost apologetic dissection of McGregor's gear earlier. This isn't manufactured hype. This is organic buzz, sparked by authenticity and individual flair. Is this where the true energy of Fight Week is congregating now? If so, what does that mean for the main event attraction? McGregor once set the standard for blending combat sports with high fashion and a larger-than-life persona. His entrances, his suits, his entire presentation was part of the spectacle. But now it seems a different fighter is capturing that imagination with a simple pair of custom shorts. This isn't just about who has the cooler outfit. It's about who is generating the genuine, unforced excitement that transcends the fight itself. The ghost town feeling intensifies when the peripheral elements designed to create buzz for the headliner fall flat, while other fighters steal the show in unexpected ways. This moment, seemingly minor, serves as a powerful undercurrent to the entire discussion about the lack of buzz. It subtly hints at a shift in the landscape of Fight Week narratives. Is the traditional McGregor spectacle losing its ability to captivate, or is the audience simply looking for different, more authentic sources of excitement? The answers could redefine how we perceive McGregor's enduring appeal.
Okay, sizing him up there.
I wouldn't say that's an allegiance now. That doesn't speak. Oh, hang on. Okay,
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
One dude here is fighting at 55, another's fighting at 170.
Yeah.
The dude fighting at 55 looks bigger than the 170.
Okay, but like Max, obviously 145 most of his career now.
No, I know. It's just amazing. BST's a big boy.
Yeah, he's huge.
I don't think there's going to be a massive size difference between McGregor and Holloway come fight night.
Not at all.
Everyone like keeps on talking about how massive Conor is, and I get like he's looking good.
I would be shocked.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be.
From like a visual standpoint, but also from a weight standpoint.
Yeah, agree.
Building on the perception versus reality theme, Ariel directly addresses the McGregor versus Holloway size discussion. He states, "I don't think there's going to be a massive size difference between McGregor and Holloway come Fortnite." This is a significant claim, directly challenging the prevailing narrative that McGregor will dwarf Holloway. Ariel acknowledges that everyone keeps on talking about how massive Conor is, and he's looking good but confidently predicts minimal visual or weight disparity. This clip is golden because it dismantles a key pillar of McGregor's current hype, his supposedly imposing physique at welterweight. If the perceived size advantage, a traditional source of fear and intimidation in combat sports, is challenged, it chips away at the overall buzz. It suggests that the fight won't just be a physical mismatch based on size, which many might assume, thus potentially reducing the shock and awe factor. By doing so, it subtly contributes to the ghost town feeling, as one of the major talking points for McGregor's fights is being diffused even before the bell rings. Could this be why fans are struggling to connect with the narrative? Here's the bombshell. Ariel Helwani, one of the most plugged-in journalists in the game, is telling us to pump the brakes on the massive McGregor narrative. For years, Conor's physique has been a weapon, a visual intimidation tactic as potent as his left hand. We've seen the Instagram posts, the guerrilla comments, the sheer physical transformation. But Ariel's assertion that the actual size difference will be negligible is a direct hit to that carefully constructed image. So, if McGregor won't be a hulking presence, towering over Holloway, what does that leave us with? This isn't just about weight, it's about the narrative. A significant part of McGregor's appeal, especially in his later career, has been the spectacle of his physical prowess and his ability to move up in weight. If that spectacle is being dialed back, or if the reality doesn't match the perception, it naturally dampens the enthusiasm. The ghost town atmosphere suddenly makes more sense. When a fighter's perceived advantages are called into question, the raw excitement for the unknown diminishes. It transforms a potential David versus Goliath narrative into something more symmetrical. This moment from Ariel is a critical truth bomb, forcing fans to recalibrate their expectations. It suggests that the fight won't be decided by sheer size, but by skill, strategy, and heart. But is that enough to reignite the dwindling buzz? Or has the magic of McGregor, for too long tied to visual intimidation, begun to wane? The stage is set for a revelation that could change everything.
It is intriguing, right? Like, if you would have asked me about this fight a couple of months ago, I'm like, oh, Holloway, like, no problem. But the more you hear the guys talk, like, this is what McGregor has always been magic at. And right from the beginning of time, like, beginning of his magic run, is his ability to make people believe. Like, it's actually amazing. Considering everything he's been through, like, I'm looking at, and people are just...
This is arguably the most critical golden nugget in the entire transcript, directly addressing the core of McGregor's enduring appeal. Ariel Helwani states, This is what McGregor has always been magic at, his ability to make people believe. He acknowledges that despite everything he's been through, people are still absolutely frightened at the mouth for this. This reveals the profound psychological power McGregor wields, a charisma so potent, it transcends logic, past performance, or even controversy. Even when the pre-fight buzz feels flat, or peripheral elements are over-discussed, there's an undercurrent of genuine belief and anticipation that he can still deliver something extraordinary. This clip explains why the ghost town might just be a temporary illusion. McGregor's inherent magic still exists, even if it's not overtly visible yet. It hints that the true reason for the lack of buzz isn't a decline in his power, but perhaps a delay in its activation, or a more subtle, deeply ingrained belief that simply awaits a trigger. It begs the question, how does this magic manifest, and what does it take to unleash it? Ariel Helwani hits us with the undeniable truth. Conor McGregor possesses an almost supernatural ability to make people believe. Forget the records, forget the controversies, forget the long layoffs. At his core, McGregor is a master illusionist, a charismatic shaman who can conjure belief from the most cynical corners of the fight world. This isn't just hype, it's a deep-seated, almost primal connection he forged with his audience. So if this magic still exists, why does the fight week feel so eerily quiet, so much like a ghost town right now? This isn't about logical analysis, it's about an emotional resonance that transcends mere fight metrics. Ariel suggests that even after all the ups and downs, the legal troubles, the long periods of inactivity, McGregor still holds a unique sway over the masses. People are frightened at the mouth, a visceral, almost involuntary reaction to the possibility of witnessing greatness. This deep-seated belief is the bedrock of his pay-per-view power. It implies that the current lack of buzz might not be a sign of his star fading, but rather a deceptive calm before the inevitable storm he generates. Perhaps the ghost town isn't a permanent state, but a strategic lull. A moment for the magic to simmer, to build beneath the surface, waiting for the perfect moment to erupt. McGregor's ability to make people believe is his ultimate weapon, a force that can turn apathy into hysteria in an instant. The real question is, what will be the trigger? And when it hits, will the world be ready for the explosion of hype that follows?
I see everyone complaining about there's no buzz, there's no buzz, there's no buzz. I don't think anything's really started.
Yeah, it hasn't.
Right? So how would you describe it?
Wait, I'll tell you what. Even at the height of his power, we used to have these conversations on Fight Week. I can remember standing outside the David Copperfield Theatre in the MGM before he fought Nate.
The interviewer finally puts the ghost town feeling directly on the table. I see everyone complaining about there's no buzz, there's no buzz, there's no buzz. Ariel's immediate response is crucial. I don't think anything's really started. Yeah, it hasn't, right? This clip is a golden nugget because it directly addresses the core topic of the video and provides Ariel's initial, reassuring answer. He acknowledges the prevailing sentiment, but immediately counters it by suggesting that the true hype machine hasn't even been fully engaged yet. This sets up a narrative of delayed gratification, implying that the ghost town is merely the calm before the storm. It reframes the lack of buzz, not as a failure, but as an expected phase in a meticulously planned, McGregor-centric fight promotion. Ariel essentially tells the audience, don't panic, this is normal. But how can no buzz be normal for a fighter like Conor McGregor? There it is, the elephant in the room. Everyone feels it, everyone's talking about it. The missing hype. The no buzz complaint echoes across social media, permeating fan forums. But Ariel Helwani, the seasoned observer of all things combat sports, throws a curveball. I don't think anything's really started. Is he serious? For a McGregor fight, shouldn't the buzz be deafening from the moment the ink dries on the contract? Or is this just how the McGregor machine operates now? A slow burn designed to explode at precisely the right moment. This counter-narrative challenges our expectations. We're conditioned to expect immediate, overwhelming hype from a McGregor event. His presence alone used to guarantee viral moments, quotable sound bites, and an instant frenzy. Yet, Ariel suggests we're still in the pre-ignition phase. It's a bold claim, one that asks us to reconsider what normal looks like for a fighter who has broken every mold. The ghost town then transforms from a sign of struggle to a potential stage for a dramatic reveal. But if the buzz hasn't started, what exactly needs to happen to ignite it? What's the secret ingredient, the missing spark that will transform this quiet anticipation into the raging inferno we all expect? Ariel promises to tell us, hinting at a meticulously crafted strategy that goes beyond mere fight promotion. Get ready, because the real show, apparently, is just about to begin. What ancient McGregor secret is about to be unveiled?
Even at the height of his power, we used to have these conversations on Fight Week. I can remember standing outside the David Copperfield Theatre in the MGM before he fought.
To support his claim that the buzz hasn't started, Ariel draws a powerful historical parallel: the Nate Diaz fight week, specifically UFC 202. He recounts an experience at the height of his power, where he and other prominent MMA journalists, including Chuck Mendenhall and Shaheen O'Shady, observed a surprisingly muted atmosphere. "It's not quite what I expected to be," was the shared sentiment. This clip is golden because it completely reframes the current ghost town perception. It argues that even in McGregor's prime, the initial days of Fight Week were not always the explosive spectacle we remember in retrospect. The memory of peak McGregor is often colored by the climactic moments, overlooking the slow burn that led up to them. By providing this anecdotal evidence, Ariel normalizes the current situation, suggesting that a gradual buildup, rather than an instant frenzy, is a pattern for McGregor. It forces us to reconsider our expectations and realize that what feels like a lack of buzz now might simply be a familiar quiet before the storm. Is history truly repeating itself? History repeats itself, or so Ariel Helwani suggests. His anecdote from the height of McGregor's powers, leading into the iconic Nate Diaz rematch, is a revelation. It shatters the illusion that McGregor's fight weeks were always an immediate, uncontrollable explosion of hype. Even then, the initial days were met with a surprisingly subdued reaction, a collective feeling that something was missing. So, if the ghost town feeling isn't a new phenomenon, what does that mean for the current McGregor versus Holloway fight? This isn't just a memory, it's a strategic deconstruction of the McGregor myth. Ariel, along with other seasoned journalists, experienced that initial lull firsthand. It wasn't the immediate viral frenzy we now associate with the Notorious one. This context is crucial, as it transforms the current no-buzz narrative from a sign of decline into a predictable phase. It reminds us that our perception of past events is often shaped by their unforgettable climaxes, forgetting the quiet buildup that preceded them. If even prime McGregor needed time to ignite the fuse, perhaps we're simply being impatient. The ghost town could be a necessary calm before the storm, a moment for the anticipation to slowly simmer before erupting into the chaos we crave. But if this is indeed the case, what was the catalyst that transformed that initial quiet into the legendary spectacle we remember from the Diaz era? The answer lies in a moment of raw, unfiltered aggression that changed everything.